It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sport. Tonight's game held at Amway Center. It's the Orlando Magic going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, they're a team that no one wants to face right now. With just one loss in the last 10 games, they'll be tough to beat.
Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Chicago, they're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
And they've been every bit as good as expected, Greg, rolling through the regular season, and they're gathering momentum as the postseason grows closer. I would say they'll be dangerous again in the playoffs.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Young is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Rose. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Smith in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Oladipo. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, three-point free throws. And I like his work ethic and his confidence.
Here's Gasol, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
Yeah, he can still punch it when he wants to, though. We saw that, didn't we, fella?
It's stolen by Oladipo. Payton outside, and the pass to Gordon. He kicks it to Harris. Here's Vucevic, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Rose with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him, passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Shot clock at 6. Smith for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Now Payton. His last outing, he had 8 points. Oladipo on the wing, covered by Smith. Oladipo goes in, and it's Vucevic missing. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
Whoa! Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. So it's Orlando now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Payton. Good D by Drummond. Chicago leading by 5. Pass to Young. Jacks up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And the basket by Harris.
You know, he got that beat speed, phenomenal speed. I mean, those kind of wide open buckets, they can come in bunches for him.
Kicks it to Young. Launches a 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
Here is Rose. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Rose goes in. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now here is Harris. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career, Clark, has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive and sometimes out of position. Coaches are asking him to be aggressive, but he has to learn how to do that without fouling. That's the next step in his progression. And some of it is anticipation, so you're not in position to foul.
Both free throws good from Gasol.
Pau Gasol was the #3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, would ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Rose against Payton. Right side Rose from 13, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Rose has got 6 points. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against Miami.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Now, here's Oladipo following the miss by J.R. Smith. Here's Payton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he recovers it. Another miss by Orlando. The Bulls leading by 7. J.R. Smith on the wing. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 7 points for J.R. Smith.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Skiles. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. Third is Victor Oladipo.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
Now here's Payton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Inside, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Crisp pass into the paint.
And Chicago has possession. They lead by 7. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throw.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Now here's Payton following the miss by Nikola Mirotic.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here is kicks to Payton. Out to the right wing. Now here's Vasquez. Covered by Mirotic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Vasquez. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Outside Rose. Feeds it to Mirotic. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 10. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now here's Vasquez, covered by Mirotic. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Magic have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Tobias Harris.
The free throw off from Harris.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Gordon. And Fournier subbed in for Elfrid Payton. The Bulls leading by 8. On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, who's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win. A consummate pro and team player.
Here's Fournier. 8 points his last outing. Here's Dedmon. And Splitter pulls it down.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now, here's Clarkson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Hezonja. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And so here is Chicago. 6-point game. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closely. Down low. Splitter. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
And not hesitating at all to pound it inside here early.
Shawn Marion, he's checked in for the Magic. The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
At the top of the key, Vasquez. All alone. Rebounded by Snell.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Clarkson passes to Snell. That's short off the rim. The Magic trail by 9. And now here comes Vasquez leading the break. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The Bulls making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Passes it to Vasquez. Here's Hezonja, guarded by Prince. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
That's good from Hezonja.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Shabazz Napier's checked in for Vasquez. Both shots good from the stripe.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
Now, here's Clarkson. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Prince. Pass to Snell from deep. They grabbed their own miss. Good. Splitter's got his second bucket of the night.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg. Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Splitter sets a screen to the inside. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Marion. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Now the pass to Hezonja. There's the pick. From the stripe. The rebound by Gibson.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Knocks it loose. Here's Clarkson. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Hezonja. Here's Fournier. And it's good off the back rim and in. And now it's just a 4-point Bulls lead. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Bulls lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
The Magic trail by 4. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, you've got J.R. Smith, Tayshaun Prince out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Now here's Clarkson. Inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Bulls have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. He's off on the first. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Fournier. And the second free throw, good. The Magic trail by 5. Oladipo outside. Pick by Vucevic. And Oladipo kicks to Napier. They set the pick. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Clarkson. The Magic shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw drops for Napier. Oh, Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too
Magic shooting at 50% in a decent group. Here's Azania. 23 points for him the last game against the Heat in Miami. Takes a three. Chicago grabs the miss. Drummond's got his third rebound tonight. Rose kicks to Prince. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Prince has got his first points in this one. The Magic trail by 4. There's the dish to Napier. And he gets it to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Rose dishes to Gasol. The feed now to Smith. Drummond the screen. Rose double teamed. 4 on the clock. And it's Drummond missing. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's Marion with the drive. Pass to Hazania, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have been the best in the rebounding department since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, they just out-muscled their opponents under the glass. I mean, impressive rebounding numbers, and they've really only gotten better.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Screen by Smith. Rose kicks to Prince. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Prince has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Tayshaun Prince, one of the ultimate Velcro guys. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. The consummate pro, as detailed, steady, and unflappable as they come.
And it's Napier missing. The Bulls leading by 4. Outside Rose. He feeds it to Drummond. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Vucevic. And back to Tayshaun Prince for a moment. So much big game experience, a championship in 04 with the Pistons. That has to rub off on a team when you have a guy like that around in the locker room, on the floor.
Okay, gentlemen,
He's seen it all.
You know, it's a great point, and whether it's in games or practice or even in the locker room, his presence adds continuity. It's like having an extra coach looking out for the younger player.
We throw good. Drummond for the Magic. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Vucevic. Harris comes in for Sean Marion. And it's Vasquez in for Shabazz Napier. And the Bulls making a change also. Mirotic is checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And both free throws good for Drummond. The Magic trail by 6. Pass to Hazania. Here's the screen. Dishes to Harris. He kicks to Vasquez. Feeds it to Oladipo. He's looking for Gordon. Finds him. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago and never really got back on track.
Young's checked in for the Bulls. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
The Magic trail by 8. Kicks it to Vasquez. They set the pick. He dishes it to Gordon. Pass to Azania. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
And Gasol comes to help. Fires the three. Another miss by Orlando.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Shot from 12. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Gasol's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls. Orlando's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
So for the Magic, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Hezonja, and it's Payton in for Victor Oladipo. And Orlando has possession, trailing by 10. Vasquez kicks to Dedmon, and he slams it one-handed.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Rose. Drummond with a screen on Payton. Rose passes to Drummond. Know what? Gordon with the defensive effort.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Now here's Vasquez. He's covered by Rose. Here's Harris. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Rose, no good. The Magic trail by 8. Vasquez with it, now guarded by Mirotic. Young against Payton. Chicago grabs the miss. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, and here's how Orlando ranks league-wide. 5th in blocks. 5th in field goal percentage. And they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
You know, you talked about their spot in the shot blocking rankings. Their length and presence inside is not to be taken lightly. And trust me, their opponents are very conscious of it every time they drive the ball.
Now here's Rose. He's got 10. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Mirotic has got 5 now. The Magic trail by 8. Harris outside. Gordon up on top. Payton outside. Lock at 6. Here's Dedmon. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Now, here is Young. 14 points from him the last game against New York. Rose in the post, covered by Payton. They recover it. Young's shot is off. The Magic have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Payton dishes to Dedmon. Now here's Vasquez. He's covered closely, and there's the pass to Dedmon. Payton against Rose. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Vasquez. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular. And sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Goes up on the high post. And the Bulls get it back. Gibson. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Payton can't get it to go.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Splitter kicks to Gibson. Rose goes in. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now a timeout called by Orlando. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here is the 2K leaderboard. What a terrific defensive performance these teams have had since All-Star. 5th on the list, the Magic.
Kevin, they've had a terrific inside game since the halfway point of the season, especially in terms of defense because they've protected the paint and everybody's been on the same page.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Rose. Now here's Vasquez. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Inside, Dedmon passes to Harris. The baseline jumper goes down.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
The Bulls leading by 6. Clarkson kicks to Gibson. Mirotic has a wide open look. Good on the triple. Mirotic has got 5 points now this quarter.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Harris inside, working on Gibson.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Splitter dishes to Clarkson. Gibson the screen. Clarkson passes to Gibson. And Mirotic kicks to Clarkson. Shot from free throw range. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Thiago Splitter. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Harris. And it's Marion in for Vasquez. And a change for the Bulls. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Mirotic. The Magic trail by 9. Marion outside. Now the dish to Vucevic. Payton outside. To the middle. Dedmon passes to Fournier. 5 to shoot. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 12 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Snell kicks to Clarkson. Step back shot. No luck. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but he came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
Now, here's Clarkson, following the miss by Shawn Marion. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. The feed to Clarkson. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Vucevic. Chicago's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Splitter with a screen on Payton. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. Taking a look at Chicago, they're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Orlando. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Magic, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
I think it would have been a disaster for them to repeat last year's failures, but what a job they've done making themselves relevant again.
Shooting two.
And that one falls for Splitter. Oladipo, he's checked in for the Magic. Shabazz Napier comes in for Payton. And Chicago also making a switch. Smith has checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Now, here's Clarkson. Following the miss by Sean Merritt. Prince, that's for 2. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Prince has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here's Vucevic. A 38-point game for him in the win against Miami.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt.
Splitter. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so that's the end of the first half. It's Chicago. They lead by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 12 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. And it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
The second half just about to get going here. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, front him, double him, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Rose. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Rose dishes to Gasol. There's the pick. They're looking screened by Gasol. Young with no one around. can't capitalize on the good pick.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Payton kicks to Gordon. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here is Smith. Rose sets the screen for Smith. Back to Rose. All alone. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Now here's Rose. 14 points for him. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's the screen. Harris a screen on Rose. Payton with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Payton passes to Vucevic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Vucevic has got 19 points.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here is Smith. He has 7. Drummond the screen. Smith kicks to Gasol. Offline from the top of the key.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Oladipo against Smith. Knocked away. It's stolen by Smith. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And finished off by Rose.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
They get it back.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside Gasol. Rose sets the screen for Gasol. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And now an 11-point Bulls lead. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Some information for us, Doris.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. The coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective, hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
Chicago calls timeout.
Looking now at some numbers for Rose. The past month has been surreal. 3rd in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And, you know, you mentioned that he does a great job running the offense, spotting the open man, and making the easy delivery.
And it's Drummond missing.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And it's Harris off the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That's on Nick Young. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from three the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. And he can't hit the second.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
And the Bulls with another miss. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Bulls leading by 9.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forwards, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
So it's Orlando now. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it different. They'll count the basket.
And the Magic making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Well, Chicago's gone 5-9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Gasol. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Gasol's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls. Vucevic is screen on Rose. Vasquez dishes to Vucevic. Good D by Drummond.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Tony Snell's checked in for Nick Young.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Rose.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set. Ball handling, passing, an understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Here's Azania. 6 points for him. There's the screen. Now here's Vasquez. He's covered by Rose. And there's the defensive 3-second call. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
That's good from Harris. So it's Orlando now. It's a 13-point game. Vasquez can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Vucevic once again off the mark. Orlando. The Bulls leading by 13. Now here is Mirotic. 8 points for him. Inside, here's Gasol. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Vasquez with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Magic have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10.
Dwayne Dedmon.
And the first one drops for the Magic. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Vucevic, and Fournier subbed in for Tobias Harris. Then for the Bulls, Splitters checked in for Andre Drummond. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Rose. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Chicago leading by 14. Pass to Gibson. Snell kicks to Splitter. Stolen away. One-on-one here. Here's Hezonja, and there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
To the right side. They set the pick. Fournier passes to Dedmon. Misses from close range.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now, here's Clarkson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Splitter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, passes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust a gut, carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team. Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
The 9-foot shot, and that one hits back iron.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Picked by Vucevic. Vasquez kicks to Marion. 13 feet away. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got his 4th assist in this one. Now Clarkson. Splitter sets a screen. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Fournier dishes to Vasquez. Picked by Vucevic. Fournier in the corner. The three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Clarkson. Gibson the screen. Clarkson passes to Gibson. Buries the 7-footer. Gibson's got his first basket of the night. The Magic trail by 13. And here's Vasquez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And that one's good.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here is Splitter after the Magic pick up 2. Splitter sets a screen. Snell from outside, and he gets it to go.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Vasquez. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots it up. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Now here's Vasquez. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Clarkson kicks to Gibson. They set the pick. 3-pointers, Snell, and the basket good. Snell's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Now here's Marion. Here's Azania. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Azania's got 9.
And how about that, responding to the 3-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Vasquez, and that one comes up a bit short.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
It's Chicago with another bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And Gibson sends it back. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. "15 seconds left to play in the third. 13 feet away. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 9 assists now tonight. And Young kicks to Smith. And the wing jumper offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 14. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Drummond, J.R. Smith out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Pau Gasol, and it's Young in at the 3 spot.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Payton dishes to Gordon. Smith against Oladipo. And it's Harris off the drive. And Young comes over to help. Here's Payton. He feeds it to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And it's now 23 points for Vucevic.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Passes to Harris. A floater. The shot misses. And it's Chicago the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Oladipo. Finished off the break.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
The Bulls leading by 12. Rose attacking. Here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Payton. Payton's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Oladipo with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Payton outside. Picked by Vucevic. Payton outside. Shoots a three. Kept alive Orlando. Gordon the pass to Harris. Payton outside. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Vucevic against Drummond. Harris outside. A second chance effort. Payton with another miss.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
And Oladipo kicks to Payton. Back to Oladipo from deep. It's Drummond with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 12. Dishes it to Rose. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And that one's good. And it's 7 points for Tobias Harris.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Chicago calls timeout.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
The shot's good from Gasol.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Harris missing again. Chicago leading by 12. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Harris. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And it's good.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Payton against Rose. Gasol a screen. Smith right side from past the arc. They get it back. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Vucevic dishes to Payton. Here's Gordon. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Harris a screen on Smith. And Oladipo kicks to Harris. And it's Orlando with another.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
And it's Rose missing.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Here's Young. Some solid defense from Harris. The Magic trail by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Now here's Rose. Gasol a screen. Rose passes to Gasol.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. He's got 10 rebounds and also a block shot.
At the line for the Magic, Pau Gasol, 2 shots. The first free throw is good.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
And he makes both free throws.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And Oladipo kicks to Gordon. Gordon with a screen on Rose. Back to Gordon. The kick out to Oladipo. Doubled by Smith. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Young kicks to Smith. Shoots from the baseline. And again, Chicago. No good. Payton drives in to the paint. Oladipo. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And it's 6 points for Victor Oladipo. Chicago leading by 5. Drummond a screen. Rose with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up and stolen by Harris. On the wing, Gordon. The dive for the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Drummond. Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. On defense, the Bulls. 17 points was their biggest margin. Gordon goes in, comes up empty from 8 feet. Well, Chicago has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Offensive rebound, and it's blocked by Gordon. They retain possession. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Payton. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Gibson.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Young sets a screen for Rose. Rose double teamed. In the corner, Gibson with it. Just 5 on the clock. The drive by Smith. And it's good from the elbow. And the Bulls lead by 7. Orlando's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Payton kicks to Gordon. It's stolen by Rose. And stolen by Payton. And finished off by Oladipo.
Hey guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. They want things to be easy on themselves here late. Make sure he has the ball.
Harris, count it from 12. Harris has got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Payton against Rose. On the shot clock. Jumper off the screen. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
That's good. Vucevic has got 25 points. The Bulls leading by 3. Smith outside. He kicks it to Rose. Takes it off the glass. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
Locked and loaded tonight. Whenever he's got any kind of a decent look, he's knocked it down.
Well, sans his lights-out shooting, they'd be staring at a huge deficit.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Vucevic. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris.
Feeling it. No doubt about it, he's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Chicago calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Against Gibson. Drummond is screen. Rose dishes to Drummond. Feeds it to Gibson. That's good.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trailed by 5. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Payton outside. Kicks it to Vucevic. Harris outside. Takes the 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Smith. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Shot left block. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And that's now 29 points for Vucevic.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Down low, it's stolen by Vucevic. Payton against Young. Payton kicks to Vucevic. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Young for 3. Shot is no good. And Orlando will come the other way.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Nails it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Outside Rose. He dishes it to Smith. Gibson with the screen on Oladipo. Smith kicks to Young. Shot clock at 6. Yes!
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And Oladipo kicks to Payton for the 3. They get it back. And they go to the intentional foul. Rose with the ball. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Derek, you were able to maneuver in and out of the lane and handle many tough shooting situations. How did that become such a big part of your game?
That's something I'm used to, I guess. Just playing in the park, playing in the gym, trying to shoot crazy shots, and thank God they be going in.
Well done, Derek. Thank you. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose. During the second half, it seemed like he was simply on a mission. Really didn't let up.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.